Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zheng here, and today I'm finally back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 15 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. As you can tell, I have a very special guest in today's episode.
What's up, guys?
I figured that, it's been a while since I've last posted, but I did want to do something special for the 200th episode, and I actually went back to New York City for Thanksgiving break, so figured this would be a nice way to, combine the two. We featured Brendan on the 100th episode, and, what better way to feature him again than on the 200th episode, so hope you guys enjoy his appearance. I will be back for winter break in 3 weeks or so hopefully I can get some more content out, especially with Brendan at that time, but we're just going to play 2 games today. We're actually using Brendan's team from US Nationals, or an edition of it. Pokemon are relatively standard, but he's got some pretty cool tricks. Do you want to talk about the team?
Alright, so a while back, my friend introduced me to timid Skillsop Cresselia with Icy Wind, and I was like, nah, it's so bad. But I didn't really have any other team to use for Nationals, and I was like, hey, can I get a copy? And I started testing, and it was really good. And if we bring Landorus, I guess we'll showcase another one of those cool moves.
Yep, and it looks like our first opponent's going to be a 1653 rated opponent, Jack from New York. He's got a team of Charizard, Mamoswine, Liepard, Breloom, Rotom Wash, and Aegislash, so immediately Liepard and Breloom stick out to me the most because, it's a very popular combination that did very well in 2013. Some players have used it more recently, most notably Baz Anderson. What do you think about this matchup, Brendan?
Alright, so one thing that I kept in mind with this team is Cresselia is like the central point of this team. So you want to have your other Pokemon supporting Cresselia, and obviously one of the main threats on our opponent's team, and just in general to Cresselia, is like Aegislash.
Yep.
So since we have 2 Megas, both of them do, I guess, Kangaskhan can do well against everything except Aegislash. Man, Charizard is just really good. So I think Charizard's the Mega we want to bring.
Yep.
Cresselia seems really good just for Icy Wind support and everything.
Yep.
So,
does your Crest outspeed Breloom?
yes.
Okay.
It's timid.
Okay.
So it outspeeds Landorus too. So I think Cresselia and I would like Landorus. That's it. If you like that.
Yeah,
too.
that makes sense.
And I think
Charizard
in the back, and obviously you can't bring Kangaskhan. And what do you think?
It's kind of a tough call here. I'd say the damage output against Mamoswine might be a little scary, which is why I lean towards Bisharp, since we do get the Focus Sash. So you think Bisharp?
Yeah, I think Bisharp.
Alright, so we'll go with Bisharp, we'll lock in, and those will be our 4 for this game. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit scary. I think Liepard Breloom's always just a scary combination to deal with. We've both played against it, we've both used it here and there before as well. And, we did feature it on Road to Ranked way earlier back, so should be interesting. And it looks like we actually are going to see that lead matchup. What do you think about this?
Well, our Cresselia does outspeed Breloom. And this is a Choice Band Landorus, so Earthquake's going to do a lot to both of them.
Might even knock out Liepard, actually.
Might even. So if he wants to fake out the Cresselia, he's going to take a lot of damage either way.
Yeah.
And Cresselia does have Rocky Helmet, so he's going to take fake out damage.
Oh, good point.
If he fakes out that, then Earthquake's
definitely
probably
not. Yeah, I think it's a definite KO.
And Icy Wind here isn't really doing much. So I think just going straight for the Psychic Earthquake.
Okay. So most likely, hopefully pick up the knockout there on Liepard. He is going to go for the fake out.
Right.
He's going to target Landorus.
Okay, so he's thinking that Cresselia is not timid.
Right. Even if he does, here you probably Spore the Crest, right? But then that means now next turn Landorus just outspeeds.
And he can't Encore us into anything.
Right.
So, right now this is pretty perfect, in my opinion. Because
next turn he can't do really anything. We burn a turn of sleep.
Right.
The real question here is, would you Earthquake or would you consider doing something else since, Switch is most likely going to happen?
Yeah,
and we're going to burn a turn of sleep there with Crest.
So, I was thinking we might just want to Rock Slide.
Yeah, so I think Charizard could maybe.
Right. But again, the problem is Foul Play is going to do a lot of damage to Landorus.
That's true.
If we Rock Slide, it's not going to knock it out.
Right.
And next turn it's just going to knock us out.
Okay.
So, I kind of just want to stay in and just Earthquake.
Alright, I do like that play a lot. The only risk you have here is if Charizard switches in, but
right.
Not sure if you want to switch in a Charizard when it's against a Landorus, in which our opponent doesn't even know the moveset yet.
Yeah.
But it looks like it is going to switch up. Let's see, maybe Mamoswine coming in. Might be that Charizard. It is going to be Charizard.
Oh well.
It's a little bit annoying there.
Yeah.
As he actually goes for the Mach Punch.
Okay.
Interesting decision there. So Rockslide
Yeah.
could have just won the game there, but I do like the play. I mean, I think a lot of smart opponents would actually consider just going for the foul play there since you outspeed. And I'm actually kind of surprised. Maybe our opponent probably just didn't want to lose too much there, but Charizard switching was definitely a little bit risky. But I think now our opponent's going to bring in the Mamoswine and things look a little bit scarier. So who do we have in the back? We've got our own Charizard. Really comes down to, I think, what the Mamoswine is carrying.
Yeah.
Do you have Moonlight on this, Chris?
I do.
Okay, so that can be very helpful.
So, just go for an Icy Wind. Bisharp can do a good amount of work if you can
Get it in safely.
get it in safely.
Right. So the question here is, do we want to just switch out, or do we want to go for an Earthquake?
I think going to Charizard would be good.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't really... I think Landorus is also really good in this matchup. Granted, you can Icy Wind that Mamoswine just if it's...
Right,
just
if we
in
can
case
knock
it
out
destroys-
Mamoswine, then Landorus can
Right.
come back in. Okay, I like that play.
And Charizard isn't doing much here.
Right. I mean, I guess it threatens a little bit, but the main issue is the Mamoswine,
Right.
and right now we want to try to see if we can wake up with ours. But Charizard Mega Evolving here is actually huge, because that means Moonlight's going to be even doing more. Right. And Landorus coming back in does allow us to get another Intimidate off against the Mamoswine. But yeah, if we just went for the Rock Slide, man.
Yeah.
But that was a good... oh! He has the Rock Slide. That was the one thing I was fearing there from the Mamoswine. So that is enough to pick up the knockout. It gets a crit. I'm actually not sure if it picks up the knockout without. But you think
it definitely does.
Okay. You think that means he's scarfed? He did outspeed.
Probably.
And that does a lot. But we do get the wake up there, which is pretty nice. And the reason why that's nice is because that means we can attack or we can go for the Moonlight next turn.
Right. Yeah, I think he has to be Scarf. I'm pretty sure my Caselli is faster than
Oh, Mamoswine.
Jolly Mamoswine. So
Right. So what do you
now
think?
we can Earthquake.
The issue here is if he's scarfed, you definitely switch out here,
Right.
back out into Liepard, and I think you protect Charizard. Or actually, you maybe sacrifice it. So what do you think the play is here? Moonlight Rock Slide or Icy Wind Rock Slide?
I think we wanna Moonlight
Okay, I like that.
and Okay, well, what if he sacrifices Charizard? Then he brings.
He's locked into an Ice type attack.
Locked into
right.
Ice type attack, and then Bisharp comes in.
Okay, but let's say, let's consider this. He doesn't sacrifice Charizard, brings in Liepard, then he can fake out Heat Wave Landorus.
Right.
We think.
Right. Do we wanna switch
What do we switch?
to Moonlight Cresselia and switch to Bisharp?
But then Charizard's still out there. We could switch Cresselia out,
Oh yeah, that's true.
right? What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Yeah,
That's the
good.
safest play, I would say. Just considering all our options. This Mamoswine is making things a little bit difficult.
Oh
though.
wait, he didn't switch with Mamoswine.
Oh, is he not? Or is he just going for Rock Slide? Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait. Oh, we're faster because
right,
of the
because
SU in.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
So that means yeah.
He's definitely got to be scarfed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna go for the protect.
Okay. That's fine, I guess.
But now he goes for the fake out Heat Wave onto. Well,
We
that
can
did so much.
sucker punch Charizard
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
because unless he switches out into Mamoswine, but then he would have to lock himself into.
Right now
Bicycle
we're
Crash.
playing against the fact that he's choiced, so we can use that to our advantage. I mean, you fake out Landorus, and you definitely fake out Heat Wave here, I think. Right?
Yeah.
So that'll bring us down to our Focus Sash. But do we sacrifice Landorus, or do we switch out?
Well, it'd be kind of. I think we might just want to sacrifice it.
Okay.
It might be. It's a little bit too risky for him just to like fake out the Sharp and Heat Wave,
Right.
but I'm not sure. Considering that he switched.
So you want to give up Landorus and bring Bisharp down to its Sash here?
No, actually, it's probably a better idea just to. Yeah, just do that.
Okay, Sucker Punch Rock
Yeah.
Slide? Okay. There's the fake out. Down to
Okay.
Landorus, yep. It's gonna be a scary end game then. Flinch. Here's a Heat Wave. Oh, that's really fortunate for us. I mean, I think we could have won even without it,
Yeah.
but this does give us a major advantage now. So now we definitely Rock Slide, but do you want to consider switching Bisharp out, or do we go for an Iron Head prediction? Or does he foul play Bisharp?
He might foul play Landorus, which is scary.
I wonder if our opponent knows that play, since you think he would have made it earlier on. Though.
Yeah. Let's see. What can he do? He can foul play in Heat Wave, or foul play in Switch. So
Question is, do we Sucker Punch Charizard or Iron Head?
yeah.
I would say Iron Head here. But
if Charizard was a little bit lower, I'd be much safer.
Or Knockoff, since Knockoff just removes the item outright.
Yeah, but I'm not sure Knockoff would KO Charizard.
That's close.
You might just want to Iron Head Charizard.
And Rock Slide.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we got it. There we go. Alright, so let's see what the Liepard does, but regardless, you either pick up the knockout on Liepard or the knockout on Mamoswine.
Iron Head does not take out. No, oh, what?
Into Sucker Punch.
Huh.
So Rock Slide here is going to be able to pick up the knockout onto Liepard.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting decision.
Yeah, not sure how I like.
Agree with it?
Yeah, because now I'm just gonna Sucker Punch his Charizard. Right?
Right.
And he has to keep protecting.
So we go for the Sucker Punch here onto Charizard.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, no, do we want to? Because he might just protect.
With Charizard?
Yeah.
So you want to target Mamoswine.
Because, okay, if we target... Mamoswine is definite to a KO.
Yeah.
Well,
the idea is if you don't Sucker Punch Charizard, I mean, but you think Charizard's gonna protect it, right? Let's say he doesn't protect, Sucker Punch just knocks out, then we win the game. Right now, Sucker Punch might even knock out Mamoswine in that range, actually. I don't know.
Nah,
you don't think so?
Weak.
Okay. So what's the call here?
Well, Sun might end, right?
Oh, I haven't been counting the turns, actually.
And I think Cresselia is faster than Charizard, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
So we might get up from Moonlight if both go down this turn.
I think Sucker Punching Charizard's safer.
Alright. Okay.
No, let's do Mamoswine.
No, yeah.
My gut's telling me Mamoswine.
Oh, no.
Yep, it's stronger than I
alright.
thought it would be. So that picks up the knockout onto Mamoswine. And Rock Slide should... Oh, he's gonna... Oh, another avoid there, actually. But Charizard had enough to finish the game. I mean, Cresselia had enough in the back to finish the game at that point. So at that point, yeah, I mean, knocking out Mamoswine is the most important. And Sun actually faded. Yeah, you're right. Heat Wave wouldn't be a 2-hit KO. We'd be able to Moonlight and stall him out eventually. But the miss onto Landorus was definitely pretty fortunate as well. That's the scariest thing I was thinking of, because like Crest doesn't have much offensive power, whereas Bisharp does, but Bisharp's at 1 HP. Mamoswine could actually even have Ice Shard as well.
But if he has Ice Shard, then Cresselia...
Then you just, Crest just wins the game, right? Okay, so we should be able to take a really intense one, actually, I would say. I think, like, the most frustrating thing was we almost called that Rock Slide play, but we were like, no, we should just play safer. Because I thought Mamoswine might have switched in, too. Looks like he's going to try to stall things out a little bit here. But you should be able, as Encore actually ends. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, I think, what do you think were other big plays were in that game?
For our side or hers?
I mean, I think it was good that we switched into Bisharp. I think if we stayed in, that the game would have been over at that point, because we were playing from behind and we had to figure something out. If the Heat Wave connected on Landorus, what would we have done there at that point with Crest and Bisharp? Do you think we had enough firepower to win?
Wait, what was the position again? It was Charizard, Liepard?
Yeah, I think it would have been difficult. I think that miss might have been actually crucial.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you think he can Encore too, which I think is the biggest issue. You'd have to protect, but Cresselia can't knock out.
Well, actually, I forgot how much HP Charizard was at, but let's say, okay, so, because Sucker Punch can do a lot of things for us there.
Right.
And if he Encores Cresselia into, like, Moonlight or whatever, I'm pretty sure we would win on one-on-one, because it's so bulky. Also, because if we, let's say, knocked out his Mamoswine and he switched back in Charizard, Sun would not end until the turn after he would switch in.
Right.
Because it barely ended, like, after all these turns. So, I think Cresselia would still win the game. It depends what he encored and what move we would be encored in. Yeah.
But the Focus Sash, they're definitely saving our lives there with Bisharp, so we do pick up a really close 2-0 win there. RNG definitely helped us out a little bit. And, that's the difficult thing about a best of one, making those predictions, because, Rock Slide is such a nice play to make, but a Choice Band Earthquake hit everything else on his team for such hard damage.
And you don't know if your opponent like has the. I don't want to say he's able to do this, but you know, you don't want to overpredict this kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And so it's a tough call, but you know, we also should talk about the dual Mega, which I actually used to get top 8 at regionals. You know, Kangaskhan and Charizard. Did you like it at nationals?
Kangaskhan was not as great as I thought it would be. It's pretty dead weight.
We're gonna find Grayson. This might actually be Grayson. From Illinois with the rating of 1622. This is the Grayson I'm thinking of. He did get to Worlds a few years back. Very strong player. He's got a team of Charizard, Conkeldurr, Sylveon, Heatran, Cresselia, and Landorus. So pretty similar teams here. What do you think? Conkeldurr is definitely really scary, but we do have Crest to deal with.
Yeah. So this is the type of team that Cresselia can really do a number of things on.
Yeah.
Like take away Sylveon's Pixelate, take away Heatran's Flash Fire for my own Charizard to do a lot of damage.
Yep.
And just Psychic and Icy Wind's nice. So, I think my opponent would realize that Cresselia is pretty big here.
Yeah.
So I think we might also want to lead with that. We might want to lead with our Cresselia and have something that.
I think Crest Heatran is the lead I'm most scared of right now.
Kangaskhan? Yeah, I think Kangaskhan.
Because I think Kangaskhan checks everything else. Like Charizard, Sylveon, and Landorus all suffer against it. I like our own Landorus here in the back for
Landorus
sure. Between Thundurus and Bisharp, what do you think? You do have Taunt on our Thundurus.
Right. But Thundurus can't do much offensively.
That's my biggest concern, yeah.
Bisharp just is weak to a bunch of things.
Yeah. It's against the dual fire.
Fighting, ground.
Thundurus here, I mean, could potentially be helpful for Thunderbolting Charizard and Heatran, though, which is another offensive option.
Alright, I think Bring Thundurus is good.
Right.
It can also be like a defensive pivot.
Yeah. So we'll lock in, and this will be our second game. Pretty scary team, though. I mean, I think the Cresselia looks super good. I think it's just stuff like Heatran that can be a little bit scary.
Right.
But we do have a bunch of tools here. The Kangaskhan's actually running Double Edge, Low Kick, Protect, and Ice Punch. So something similar to what I was running at Regionals. The Ice Punch there can really help out against Landorus, and we get a decent matchup here, Crest Charizard. But if they do have the Rocky Helmet on Crest, you don't have to watch out for that.
Right.
So what do you think we do here? And we do have the Double Edge, the threatening Charizard immediately, and we do have Icy Wind for switches.
I don't think Icy Winding right now is the play.
Okay.
Just in case he is that Trick Room Cresselia, which is very likely.
Yeah.
But another thing is I don't think he would be Rocky Helmet Cresselia just because nothing on his team would take up a Citrus Fairy, and I think Citrus Fairy is very, very good for Cresselia.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have Moonlight, which I don't assume he would have.
Right.
You
You could Double Edge in a Charizard. Or actually, no, he'd be faster right now, right? You could Mega Evolve Protect and switch out into Thundurus. But then we lose. Like, he could just Heat Wave here. But
no, I think that's the play.
Yeah, because he doesn't know we don't have Fake Out.
Yeah.
Okay. I just realized by not bringing Bisharp, though, our answers against his Cresselia are pretty slim. So we're gonna have to rely on either our Band Landorus or you know, just like a combination of attacks, like a knockoff and Double Edge maybe.
If he doesn't have Rocky Helmet and Moonlight, then
we'll be fine.
Would have a better chance.
Yeah. I wonder what item his Landorus has, because I presume he has. Oh, he chooses not to Mega. Well,
so
maybe
he might
he's Trick Room here. Yeah. Let's see. This Charizard goes for the Protect. Nope, he goes for the Icy Wind.
Okay.
So she should not be Trick Room, which is really good to know.
Well, I mean, some people have ran Icy Wind Trick Room in the past, so...
What do you want to do here? I definitely want to Double Edge Charizard. I'm thinking of doubling up into, or maybe taunting or Thunder Waving Crest. Thunder Wave just to reduce his chance of attacking.
Yeah. The problem with doubling up on Charizard...
You could switch out into Landorus.
I would Thunderbolt and Ice Punch Charizard.
Is that enough to KO, you think?
I mean, Thunderbolts from Thundurus is very strong.
Right.
And Kangaskhan is also very strong.
I like that play, actually. There's a Crest switch out, so I think Landorus is coming in that slot. That's my fear. I don't know how fast his Charizard is, because if he outspeeds, we might just lose Kangaskhan here. Which is why... Then again, I guess we don't have any other options.
Icy Wind Thundurus, but...
Oh.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's gonna overheat. I don't know how many people even run that anymore.
Right.
And Heat Wave's also not
Just would have been nice to Ice Punch the Landorus slot,
Yeah.
and since I figured it'd be coming in there. But it's a tough call to make.
Okay.
So we outspeed, which is good to know. Yeah, Thunderbolt should pick up the knockout. See what he does.
Flamethrower.
That might
Shouldn't KO anything. That's a comp.
be nice. Nice. I thought it might have had a chance to target the since my King is different from yours. It's not.
Oh right.
Yeah, so that's a little bit scary. Ooh. Well, that's scary.
Okay, we revealed Ice Punch. I'm not sure.
I mean, we could just switch out back into Landorus here. Or Crest, actually, and Protect.
Yeah, Crest.
You think switch
out
out to
to
Crest and
Crest.
Protect? Protect or Attack?
Huh. I think he might honestly switch back out into Crest and protect his Charizard.
That's what I was thinking. But I don't want to take the risk of a
Yeah.
Flamethrower or the Superpower. I'd rather Protect here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, it would have been nice. Yeah, I was figuring like Charizard, if it's super bulky and he gets the Intimidate and our Thunderous.
Yeah.
But at least we didn't lose Kangaskhan there. I
Uh-huh.
think Kangaskhan's really important.
And like
Stays in.
Thunderous obviously was not one of the Pokemon we like needed.
Right. Okay, he goes for the Rock Slide. I think that means he's Scarfed.
Yeah.
Outspeeding his Charizard as well. Rock Slide, Heat Wave. I mean, so Crest takes that decently well. So I think here we definitely Icy Wind. And I think we...
Icy Wind?
Do you not think so? To catch the switch outs too, so we outspeed his... I guess we're already faster than his Crest. But you also get that damage output against Landorus. Because what would Yuju do here? He's probably going to Rock Slide or switch out and protect with Charizard, is my guess.
Oh, so...
I mean, we could like
I would-
double edge Icy Wind or Psychic Icy Wind the Land... Or Psychic double edge the Landorus slot.
I would just Moonlight Ice Punch Landorus.
You would Ice Punch Landorus?
Yeah.
Don't you think Charizard's going to attack here? I really don't...
Our Kangaskhan would outspeed Charizard, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so he's making the prediction that we're going to target the Landorus slot, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so next turn, don't we just KO it with...
But if he doesn't protect and he just Heat Waves, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
take a lot of damage. So you can make the safer play of targeting Charizard, or you
Alright,
can go for the prediction and Ice Punch Landorus.
I guess we can Icy Wind. And then just, like, target Charizard.
Yeah, I think that's the safest play
Yeah.
if you ask me. I would double edge it here. Or you just switch out, yeah. It's surprising he just Rock Slided Heat Wave there. But, you know, it was probably just... Okay, well, first of all, let's see what happens here. Okay, yeah, perfect. So that's what I was saying, right? Because right now, you know that Charizard's dead weight, so your only hope is if my opponent doesn't target it for that one turn, so you don't want it to even get that one attack off. I'm gonna take 4 recoil damage there. We do get the Icy Wind.
Would have been nice if he Moonlighted, but it's fine.
Oh, I guess because if Landorus comes...
Yeah. Also because the sun makes you go back to full HP.
Right. This is interesting. We do have the Landorus in the back, but he can Icy Wind as well. And now Kangaskhan's at -2 attack, right? So Ice Punch isn't a knockout.
Right. But we also have Icy Wind, so
If he stays in,
Yeah.
he's just gonna...
He
He might go for like a knockoff here, but
that's not...
not enough to knock it out, right? Are we Rocky Helmet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it actually might knock out. I'm not very bulky.
So we could switch out into our Landorus, or to get the Intimidate off, and Icy Wind. Because I think here you probably want to knock off Crest. Or we could stay in with Kangaskhan. And like...
I might... Let's see. If he's Scarf like we think he is,
Yeah.
I don't think knockoff would knock Cresselia
Yeah, I
out.
don't think so either.
So we might just want to stay in and Icy Wind.
Icy Wind, and...
Just Ice Punch.
Okay. What do you think of Moonlight Ice Punch?
Well, then the threat of Landorus is still there, right? Okay, I guess Moonlight works too.
Just because then it becomes even more difficult, like... Or
Oh,
like
it's
he's
not.
not... Interesting.
So...
Oh, is that a
Oh,
crit?
oh.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, RNG
Yeah.
on our side, but that's why, you know, Ice Punch is a good play. You either get the crit chances or the freeze chances, which is honestly pretty crazy when you think about it. And I don't think he wasn't banned from that damage, so I would guess Assault Vest,
Probably.
right? So I mean, I'm pretty sure we were like around 50% there. Like, I don't think that was a knockout. Oh yeah, Bishop would have been nice to have in this game because then we could switch into the Icy Wind as well. But I mean, we are up 4-2 at this point, so it comes down to what he's got in the back. But, you know, I'm pretty pleased with how we play so far. Like, I don't think we... Oh, and it's teacher in there, which is pretty nice to see.
So, I think we'd much rather have, like, Thunders and Landers over Bisharp, to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah.
Overall?
Cresselia's not that big of a problem right now.
Yep. Okay, so we do have the low kick on Kangaskhan, and Sun can run out soon. So what do you think of the idea of just, like... Or we could protect Kangaskhan here. But I want to switch out Kangaskhan, switch it back in, so low kick's a knockout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think we Icy Wind here, just to keep up.
Wind?
Do you not think so?
I would skill up the Heat Train.
Oh, that's a nice idea, actually.
So he like can't do
touch
anything
you, right?
Except Earth Power and Icy Wind.
Right, that's a great point.
And I have Moonlight, so switch into Thunders. I don't.
Yeah, Thunders is Thunder's drop at this point. And, you know, that being putting on some offensive pressure, you know, we force the flamethrower target onto it.
Yeah.
It's a good point. He's gonna protect.
Right,
that's fine.
Protect.
I mean, he is wasting the Sun turns at this point. If Thunders goes, Thunders can't go down here, unless he goes for an ice. Oh, he's got the Calm Mind.
Well, you can just
taunt, yeah. So he's the Calm Mind variant. You know, not a major surprise there.
Yeah.
It's on my face. What do you think of Thunder Waving? Just so even with the Icy Winds, Thunder Waving Heat Train, that is, instead of taunting here. So that way, Kangaskhan, even after, I guess we have our own. So, I mean, the question here is, what do you do with Thunders? Do you taunt Crest? Do you Thunder Wave Crest? Do you Thunder Wave Heat Train? Or you can Thunderbolt too? I say we skill swap again here. Or go
I actually don't skill swap. I was thinking of also taunting Heat Train, so...
Oh, he can't protect.
So you can't protect, and Earthquake just gets knocked out.
Oh, that's yeah.
And you don't want to skill swap the Levitate, obviously.
Yes. So we can taunt Heat Train.
Yeah, I think
should we Psychic it just so if even if he Shuka Berry? Okay. But then it's Kang Crest against his Crest. Do you think we have enough firepower to win him?
Yeah, actually you're right. We should just taunt the Cresselia.
Okay. And what do we do with our Crest? Skill swap?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch it have Mental Herb. Yeah, Calm Mind was the one thing I was a little bit scared of here. No, okay. He's just in the Heat Wave, that's fine. Actually, hang on. Well, depending, I guess you Icy Wind here most likely, or you go for another Calm Mind.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably Icy Wind. He's probably expecting a taunt, so...
Nope, he's gonna go for it, because he knows I think that's his only way of really winning out.
Okay.
So now...
okay, we have Flash Fire. We definitely don't want to switch that out.
Yeah. I say we just we Psychic Heatran. For Shuko. I mean, Heatran probably protects you though, right?
Well, we can't... We already skill swapped it, Levitate. So
sorry, not skill swap, Psychic.
No, because there's no point of Psychic.
Oh, because he's already...
Earthquake.
Right. That's... Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
We're depending on Kangaskhan.
So, I think just Thunderbolt and maybe like...
I would Icy Wind.
Icy Wind?
To keep up with the speed, I would say.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And just... Do you want a Thunderbolt or taunt the Heatran?
I kind of want a Thunder Wave Crest. Just because I think Heatran really protects here. Like, you can't afford.
Okay.
Even if not, then Kangaskhan, you know... Oh, okay, so he doesn't protect.
He could substitute. That'd be a little bit scary.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh no, he's just going for the Earth Power. Okay, good.
So...
Now, we should have Icy Winded there because... Oh, we did Icy Wind. Okay. Just because right now the main thing is, you know, if Kangaskhan comes in, he could protect and go for an Icy Wind, but even at this point, it's not going to help him much. So I actually want his Crest to pick up the knockout here. Yeah, good. Oh, come on, really? The one time?
Well, it's not terrible. We
right.
can, Moonlight and...
Yeah, I think we Moonlight.
Taunt Heatran.
Yeah. This game is really being dragged out right now, but that's fine.
He could protect Heatran, but...
If he does, then Kangaskhan comes in.
It's just basically the same position as
yep.
last time.
Exactly.
And he can't protect again unless he wants to risk it.
Yeah.
And he is -1 Heatran, right?
Yep.
Right.
So even if he gets a double off, I mean, yeah, right now we're just waiting for Thunders to go down so our Kangaskhan comes back in.
Right.
Did you ever go to time at Nationals or no?
Yeah, the second to last game in my top 32 match. Or the second game, I guess.
Oh, but it was in your opponent's favor?
Yeah, it was in my opponent's favor. It was Cresselia versus Rotom, and I was overthinking it. So I didn't stall out the time with my Cresselia. Usually I should win because I have Moonlight, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, this team seems like timer works in your favor.
Yeah.
So, okay, Taunt just ended on Cresselia's end, but Heatran protected, so I think we low-kick Psychic Heatran, knock that out. Yeah. and then Crest just, has a lot to deal with. He's not going to go for the double protect here. And that is why, low kick's such a great move, because it does pick up the knockdown on most heat trends there. So, things are looking pretty solid. This Crest is paralyzed right now, which is why I wanted to get the paralysis. I think even having that 25% chance is huge. Outspeeding it consistently with our Crest, we do potentially have special defense drops here. He's going to continue to spam Calm Mind, but I think at this point that's fine.
Also because Erlander is very powerful.
Right.
Not sure if he wants to check this out.
Yeah. He might go for it, but I think, at this point, in a regular match, we definitely have the win.
Yeah.
We could actually skill swap now, give him the Flash Fire since we don't need it, get the Levitate so we can Earthquake it. But it's not necessary, really,
well, we'd lock ourselves into Earthquake, and then Kangaskhan. We'd hit our Kangaskhan.
Right. So just Psychic, double edge.
Unless you want to give Kangaskhan Levitate for it.
What do you think of Ice? No, we should just double edge, right?
Just double edge.
We don't know what item it has yet, do we?
It might honestly be Rocky Helmet, or Keyberry.
Oh, Keyberry. Yeah, okay, there's a... So, regardless of what he does here, we should... Unless he Moonlights, I guess. I think Moonlight's the one move he could use to maybe keep himself in this one, right? Because if you attack, then we just knock you out with our Landers. Oh, there he goes. Smart enough to go for it.
Well, our Landers does have choice to get knockoff.
Right.
And that is very, very strong.
I think, we just I mean, if he gets fully paralyzed here, he loses as well.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit tricky. I think if we had Fake Out on the Kangaskhan, your winning play is to switch Kang back out into Landers because we assume he's going to Moonlight. Because he can't do anything but Moonlight, unless he's making that prediction. But once again, any paralysis at a point, he also loses. Or a crit at that matter. Which is why I was thinking Ice Punch, because you could, get that chance to freeze. 90% chance, not the worst.
Alright, well, Kangaskhan's knocked out here.
It's pretty scary, actually.
Yeah.
But let's see. Psychic. Special defense drop would certainly be nice.
Guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like Psychic with
Nope,
that.
just gonna get it off again. Okay. Now it's getting a little bit...
Let's see how much knockoff can do.
Oh, I don't think he'll knock it out.
But we knock off his...
Rocky Helmet.
Helmet, and then he's...
Gotta attack.
This turn, he's forced to Icy Wind.
Right.
If he wants to win. And it has to not be paralyzed and hit Landers.
Right.
And, we'll see.
Oh, so close. I guess we should be Icy Winding. That might be doing a little bit more damage. But, let's see.
Oh my god.
If he gets the... Oh, okay. I mean, in games like this, everything has to go right. I mean, sometimes that does happen, and in Pokemon, you should expect that.
But obviously,
to be that's why I wanted the paralysis so badly, so... Wow, that was a good 2 games, man. Nice work, nice work. Both of them definitely some RNG in our favor. Probably could have made some better plays here and there, but in best of 1, just talking through our mindset and stuff like that. But that was a really fun episode, I would say. And I think, we got matched up with some really good opponents and some pretty cool teams as well. So yeah, anything you want to say to the viewers before you leave?
Nope.
Alright, well if you guys enjoyed this episode, please let us know so I can feature Brendan maybe more in the future, especially when I'm back for winter break. You guys can give him a follow on Twitter at Babbytron, that's Babbytron, it's in the description below. Brendan, of course, did win Worlds in 2013 in the Juniors division. Anyway, we've both got to go now, but thank you guys so much for tuning out and watching this episode. Sorry there hasn't been too much content recently, but I hope you guys enjoyed this special episode of Road to Rank. I am planning on doing more featuring in the future. I know that Wolfie and I are actually working on him on getting on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, as always, leave a like if you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.